Right, okay, welcome back, Absolute Peasantry, how you doing? Yeah, we're going to address a few situations. We are doing a mash tonight. So we're doing sausage bangers and mash and onion with gravy. Alright. So yeah, we're going to address a few concerns as we're doing this. We're going to get this pan up to temperature. Should be hot enough. We're just going to use some vegetable oil. That's fine. That's not a problem. Just going to whack a little bit of table salt in this water for the potatoes, and really start to get them boiling up, because we need confirmation on abilities. Right? Well, nobody was expecting this one tonight, right? But I thought I'd just give you a pleasure, okay? Because we're going to make the gravy semi-interesting. I know I've got Bisto out, okay? We're not making our homemade gravy. We're not roasting off vegetables and a chicken and blah blah blah. But there will be other interesting aspects in it to be witnessed and exhumed as we go into this situation. Right, so yes, anyway, so what we're going to talk about at the moment, right, at the start, is we're going to talk about basically, I'm going to cut these onions up, not mega fine, because I do want a bit of a chunk of rigidity going in the onions as we fry them, because we need to do some fried onions. So I want to create that environment in that pan ready for these sausages that I specifically went out and bought. Okay, so that's always a subject. Right. So we've gone for some Cumberland sausages. Right. So I went for a bit of Cumberland. Cost me £2.25, world's special offer. We are poor. That's smoking. Okay, I need to sort that out. I didn't know it was on that hot. We are on profitability at the moment. We are very edging closer to payday. The weekend is going to be pretty grueling, but then what? It'll be, you know, it'll just be poor. So that's all I'm going to say. Right, so I'm cutting these onions up in the way that I'm specifically cutting my onions. So we're going to talk about a couple of things that we need to talk about. And the first thing is that obviously like Pawlowski and that is Freedom Fighter Pawlowski and Second Company Officer Sheep Unit did point out to Mrs. Tracy that basically the light soy sauce does not mean going on a diet. When I heard it, I just thought, oh my god, that's like interesting. You know, she's very good at cakes and stuff, but when it comes to, well, actually, I mean, not always. I mean, some of her savoury meals have been actually quite, like that beef curry she done, that was actually quite, that turned out actually quite amazing. So that was pretty good. But the massive amount of powder she put in it, which was quite alarming to be honest. I've done 3 onions, so as obviously you've all been to school, you can all count, okay? So she's done we're going to talk about this, Tracy. So obviously, it's just a given, isn't it? Like, she's the star of the show at the moment, Mrs. Tracy. You know, she hasn't been really putting up a lot of videos per se, but I do have a little, like, while I'm at work, having a fag on break, which is like literally a fag every hour. We go outside, I flick through like the tunes to use on my phone and stuff, and then we just see what everyone's up to or whatever. Well, I'm normally just watching. What was I watching? I watched a few clips from that Apocalypto 2. So I want to try and see that. Because I watched Apocalypto, the first one, and that was fucking amazing. But that came out like ages ago. So there's a little bit of mix. So we get a nice little bit of colorisation on them onions already, which is good. So I do have to keep a very close eye on the potato. I've got the whizzer of potato dough there. It's there. So, you know, I'm not saying anything. I'm just saying it's there. So I'm just checking. We're using red potatoes for the mash at the moment. Same the same potatoes I use for the chips, really. Just want to get these onions up to a more respectable sort of content. Onions can be a funny thing. Yeah. So you got to literally know your onions, like when you're dealing with an onion. Alright, very really flick it in there. Get your chef's spoon underneath and really give it a toss through. That's how you wanna. That's how the mixtures do it. Yeah, and that's the whole goal. Yeah, so there we go. Yeah, so like I said, so Mrs. Tracy, she's done a chicken chow mein. Okay, so first thing I saw. So yeah, so Mrs. Tracy, the light soy sauce is not about going on a diet. So basically, the difference is, I'll show you, right? So obviously, we'll do. Can I show or I've used the last of it? Dark. Yeah, I've used the last of it. No, I can't. Alright, okay, doesn't matter. Right, so the light soy sauce, Mrs. Tracy, that's where the flavour is, and your dark soy sauce, that's where the colour's going to come from. Alright, that's it, really. That's the difference. So if you look at the dark soy sauce's colour and the light soy sauce's flavour, that's all you need to know, really, to be honest with you. So it's all good in the hood. So that's it. Right, I'm going to whack in. I haven't got any butter. I didn't have enough money for butter. So I'm using some Flora natural ingredients buttery. And the clue's in the name. It says buttery. It means it's definitely not buttery. But it will give us some form of buttery flavour. So fuck it. I'm putting it in. So that's just how it is. Right, so little knife is busy at the moment. I've done 3 potatoes. They weren't massive, but I hope that's going to be enough mash. You don't need loads of mash. I mean, at the moment, I'm still eating my curry. The potato and tomato curry, the sheep unit, obviously, like slagged off. I just got it frozen. I've done a load of rice with it last night. So I fried off some onions, all squared off and that, all like cut that way and then cut again. With some chicken that I got from work. It was their chicken supreme that they used to put on their like Caesar salad and serve as chicken on Sunday and that. Hang on, I haven't checked the time, have I? Shit. Right, okay, it's 8 o'clock, so I've been going on for a little bit, so okie dokie. Yeah, so so I just got that, chopped it all up, fried it all off, put a bit of old bay seasoning in it. A little bit of salt and pepper, and I think that was about it. And then I'll have that with the curry, and I've got some oh fucking hell, them flatbread thingies that I've got. The really flat ones. So yeah, them ones. Right, so there we go. So the onions are looking quite nice at the moment. But we've still got quite a lot of them, so I'm just gonna rake them off. I don't want them completely. I've got to cook them out, and I ain't got a choice. Right, okay, yeah. So while they're cooking out, we can talk about what I'm going to be using in the gravy. I'm using in the gravy. They're the sausages. So these are succulent sausages. Yep, I got them on special offer. They're not like from the co-op or anything or any shit shop like that. They are ultra special succulent sausages. Cumberland, £2.25 on special offer. Alright, so they are like Cumberland Sausage Supreme, and if you believe that, you'll believe anything. Right, so anyway, so for gravy, I'm just going to use the rest of my chicken stock I've got. I've got some mixed dew, or whatever the fuck it's called. It'll give it a lot of nice depth of colour and a nice glossy sheen and a nice flavour as well. And then we'll put the rest of some Bisto gravy in, and that's basic. Maybe a little bit of, if we go mental, actually I will go mental, I think I will. Everyone knows what I'm about to do. They just know the way of the Sarge and what Sergeant is capable of doing if he can put it out of the bag, and it's a bit of bovril. And a little tiny bit of that in gravy will make it like triple, not Marmite, don't do Marmite, doesn't work with Marmite. But Bovril is fucking ridiculous. It's just concentrated beef. I mean, it's fucking mad. So, or we could, I mean, I've got various stocks I could put in, if you want. I mean, but that's what I want to try and sort of go with. So the onions are looking, yeah, the onions are starting to get a little bit sticky now. So that's good. I want to get that one in there and buried away. Right, so I'm just going to whack the sausages in there. So I'm going to do them all in this pan. I'm just going to chuck the onions over there. So there we go. So I'm just going to stick the sausages in now. Yeah, so she, I mean, I was a bit concerned. So she done her chicken, she cut her chicken up okay. I mean, she done breast, I mean, fine. It doesn't, it's, you know, it's whatever your personal preference is, isn't it, really? Yeah, so she done that. And then I was fearing the worst, but at least she's done this, right? And I was fearing the worst. I was thinking, you know, what's she going to do? She's like, what's she going to chuck some bit of garlic in there, a bit of oil? No, she did go a little bit further than that, but she could have gone further. So I was a little bit disappointed. So because, the reason why is because there's a reason why I have all my ingredients out, so you can see what I'm putting in. And she didn't put in Chinese 5-spice. So she put in the soy sauce in the chicken. She put in the dark soy sauce in the chicken. Got to be careful with that, Mrs. Tracy. If you watch my last one that I did, I didn't put any, I don't think I put any dark soy sauce in the marinade. I think, and I didn't actually show me doing the marinade, so I can't say. So that was a bit knobby. But basically, if I was to have done what you did, I'd have just stuck with the light soy. Right, I'd have gone light soy sauce, the corn flour, a couple of teaspoons of Chinese 5-spice. Right, okay. You get that? Yeah. So a couple of teaspoons of that. Right, I wouldn't bother with the garlic or ginger. And if you did, put in fresh, but I really wouldn't bother. And I'd have put in a teaspoon and a bit of that bicarb soda. Right. So what that's going to do with the corn flour, so at least you put the corn flour in, because that is going to work, but it just takes a lot longer. You want to start breaking down that chicken so you're velveting it, right? That's why they put in the corn flour. I put in corn flour, bicarb soda, and that's guaranteeing some real breakage down of the onions trying to escape. I'm actually, like I said, looking quite nice. I need to turn the sausages over. Okay, so I don't want to burn the sausages, so let's get them sorted out. Okay, but yeah, but that's what I would have done. The waxing bicarb soda, that would have really helped to have broken down that chicken. So, but the corn flour will do it. Like I said, it just takes a little bit longer. But yeah, so that's what I would have done. And then she whacks in teriyaki sauce. Now, I will slightly disagree with Sheep Unit on that, to be honest with you. You're supposed to put in oyster sauce, right? But at the end of the day, you know, if you like it, then fuck it. Who cares, right? If you're doing it, nobody, the Sheep Unit's not cooking it, is he? And I'm not cooking it. You're cooking it and you're eating it. And if you like it, then you like it. It's fine. So on that front, at least you had the common sense to put in a sauce. Because like you basically, Mrs. Tracy got the basics right. Okay. The only thing that I disagreed with her in was, I mean, she couldn't get bean sprouts. Actually, to be honest with you, when she came back from the shop and said, "Oh, I can't get any bean sprouts," I was thinking, "No, thank fuck that." I don't like bean sprouts. I don't put bean sprouts. Not me saying I don't like it. I'm not dictating to you or anything like that. We'll get on to the challenge later on as well. And I need to speak to Sheep Unit about that, to be honest with you as well. This is why I prefer doing a video and speaking to us instead of like sitting there tapping into comments, and it doesn't ever come out like the same sort of way. I am speaking to the rest of my gang membership and squad membership, like Ron and Poloski. So you're never forgotten. Yeah, you're never forgotten ever. Very two important people. So that's that situation. And obviously Mike 5, who did briefly come into us. I mean, not coming, that sounds bad, doesn't it? But did interact with our situation. But then the next day I did lose a gang member, so I might lose another gang member today. I'm really struggling to get to 450. It's almost impossible, isn't it? So, but it's not on my objective really. I mean, Ship Unit never says anything about it, and he's only on 12, isn't he? I'd like to say actually in his BLT Part 2, his lighting was a lot better than even in Part 1. So I think he's just moved his light. He just moved your lamp. I think so he's cooking here, isn't he? So like he's doing stuff here. He's got a grill and shit here, but he's got more work surface space going on that way because his sink's over there and my sink's here. So it'd be like me being here and cooking. His oven's here, and then he's got loads more work space back that way. I just think he bought his lamp nearer, which is great. Like the better we can see it, Sheep Unit, then the better we can see it, isn't it? I mean, do you want me to do a video like this? Right, okay, I'm the original Sheep Unit doing a meal. It doesn't work, does it? So, because we need to, at least that's a night time, and that's just normal. So, there we go. But yeah, so that was that situation. Yeah, the only thing I didn't like about Mrs. Tracy's was just doing what she did with the noodles and just putting hot water in the noodles. They're not really. I would just boil them like I'm doing potatoes, but just for like a couple of minutes. Like, I don't do it like for 15 minutes like somebody said in the comments with her fucking zipped up mouth. No, I don't do that shit, Unit. So they're not massively. Once I overcooked them once, and they were only slightly overcooked. I'm just checking the potato, so that's going okay. But yeah, so I would just do that. I mean, I would just boil them, hot pan, make sure the water's boiling, then chuck them in, and then you can season the water as well, Mrs. Tracy. You can put some salt in there, some garlic in there, whatever you want to put in there. Fucking, I don't know, a chicken pot noodle you would put in there if you want, but that's I wouldn't just trust the heat from the water that you poured out in the kettle into the noodles to fully cook the noodles, because I don't think they were fully cooked, to be honest with you. That's my only criticism about it. Yeah, that was it. But apart from that, yeah, it looked alright. I mean, mushrooms, yeah, good, yeah. I mean, I will land on the side of, I think it was Poloski or Sheep Unit said, you could have done with a little bit of greenery in there. So it's just like what I did with my last, like that duck chow mein. I didn't have any spring onions, so I just chucked some peas in it with it. And it actually was alright. It was, as you were tasting the peas, there was quite a nice little explosion of pea flavour going on there, which I actually quite enjoyed. So it was actually alright, it weren't bad. The problem sometimes I have with putting spring onions and things like that is you've got to know when to put them in. Don't put them in too early. Like literally later the better. Like as if you're about to serve the dish up or the noodles up or whatever in 5 minutes, and put them in at like 2 minutes to go. So they stay that colour, but they get a little bit. With spring onions, they're more of a garnish and flavour, right? You don't want to cook them out like we're doing like with these onions, right? So that's all good and good. I'm just checking my sausages. I don't want them to get ridiculous major colour on them, but I do want a little bit more. I'm going to swap that sausage about because I think there's just more heat there for some reason. But they're getting that one's the skin's come off of it a little bit, so I've got to be. And these are quality sausages. I'm not like taking the piss or anything. You know what I mean? So there we are. So yeah, we're going to get on through. We're going to start talking to Mrs. Tracy about the challenge. That's on May the 4th. Be with you. Okay. So we're going for a fish cake challenge. Now, again, Sheep Unit did drop in. and say, oh, I might, this is in his BLT part 2, I think it was, and he said, oh, I might join in with that, that is a no. The challenge is between me and Mrs. Tracy, and that is it. Everyone else is, I need observers, right? So I can't have everyone piling in. Oh, well, join. No, the challenge is between 2 people. The challenger and the challenged, alright? Now, that's the rules. There's no fanning about. Like when I was doing challenges to Alan, and Mrs. Tracy and me, the cake-off was a different thing, right? That was between them 2. I set that up. That's still 2 people, not 3, right? So no, Sheep Unit, you are not allowed. Our challenge is the fish finger burger challenge. Okay? That's our challenge. The weekend after, right? So that is the. So a little look. So Mrs. Tracy is on the 4th. That's the 11th of October. That's a challenge between me and Sheep Unit on a fish finger burger. Separate challenge. So you are not allowed to participate in the fish. I mean, if you want to do it, fine, but I'm not judging it. I'm going to discontinue it. I'm discounting it, right? It's not part of the actual challenge setup. Now, anyone is allowed to make a challenge against anybody else. And this is why it's a bit of a shame we haven't still got Mr. Dennis, really. You know, it would have been better. I mean, it would have been funny at the end of the day, especially with his meat fucking hatchet fucking medieval death trap from fucking 1582 fucking torture device. But you know, I mean, he's whacked up a video today of a steak and some chips. I don't really think it's about that. I think he's just talking to other people because obviously Mrs. Bell's come home and all that sort of stuff. You know, which is all like really great news. Do you know what I mean? We're all like glad that Mrs. Bell's got a lot better, so that's good. I'm just going to chuck this over here. I'm going to turn this off. I don't need this anymore. Okay, this is not a situation that I need at the moment. The only thing I need it for, I need it now. I didn't need it then, but I now need it now. If that makes any sense. So I'm just trying to get my brain sorted out. Right, so yes, we're just going to make the gravy now. So I'm just going to leave that there. Alright, okay, that's that. Alright, there's the onions. I think it looks alright. It's just sausage and onion, mate. Nothing amazing about it, obviously. Sausage and onion, just leave them there. So in here I've got the rest of the chicken stock that I'm going to use for the gravy. I've got to make some more chicken stock, so it don't really matter. And I've got all the bits that I need to do that with as well. Alright, that's the most important thing. I'm going to use, my wooden spoon is occupied. Yeah, so like I said before, no Sheep Unit, that challenge is specifically between me and Mrs. Tracy, and it's like, you know, if she was to say, oh, I want to get involved in the fish finger burger challenge. No, that's not allowed either, because that was set up by me to Sheep Unit, and he did respond in his last video. So this is mixed stew, so this will just give it a nice. So this is originally from beef and things like that. So it's got a very beef flavour, but more subtle than what the Bisto is. The Bisto's going to be extremely concentrated, right? So, but that, and it's also got a little bit of a sweetness to it, which is like really, really, really nice. So instead of water, I'm using chicken stock. Right? So I want to get that up to a really high heat because I've got to get it. I've got to get things. These are getting melted into. That's ready. So that is the. I'm just going to put that over. I'm just going to put it over there. That's ready. I'm going to make sure it's ready first. Hang on. Yeah, it's fucking ready. Right, okay, here we go. I need to drain this. I'm going to turn this off. And I'm going to put that over there. I'm going to put that onto a lower heat. I'm going to drain off these potatoes. They are cooked. Right, the food processor is there ready. Okay, it's ready and waiting. I always drip this all over the kitchen when I do this. Oh, for fuck's sake. I'm going to mash that in now. Just going to let the potatoes just sort themselves out for a little bit. Okay. I want to let them just drain off. The heat that's on them will. I'm going to have a Christine. The oven will just turn itself off. It hasn't. That's fucking amazing. I can't believe that. Jesus Christ. Right. Okay. Right. I need the platform of stability and progressional awareness. Right. Okay. So there we go. That needs to be on full whack now. I need to get that right up. So this is going to be a very, very juicy sort of gravy. It's not going to be a sole Bisto hope and chuck and hope. All right, we're not doing that. Right, obviously with the mash, that pan is far too big because it's going to spread. I don't want spreadage. Yeah, I'm not looking for spreadage. Spreadage is not a place that I want to go to at the moment. Cock, I'm trying to fight. I'll just chuck it on the floor. Go down there. Okay, so I'm just going to use this pan, which I can't use because it's not suitable. For fuck's sake. Right, I'm just going to use that pan then. Right, okay. Right, I'm going to chuck the potatoes in. Okay, there we go. There goes the potatoes. Just sit there. And I'm not going to go for any butter. Right, I'm going pure. I'm not going for any milk. I'm going for pure butter, but not too much because if I go too much, it'll just be too sloppy. I'm going to say that will do. That's fine. And it's not butter. It is marge. Alright, so I've got some marge. I was able to go out and purchase that fully independently and myself as well. I couldn't believe it. It was almost like an amazing achievement. So I'm going to salt it with a nice pinch of sea salt. As I whack it in there, I'm really grinding it through my hands though. And then we got the mash up, not the food processor. We are going to do some mash. I might have to put, no, I'm not going to risk putting milk in it. I'm just going to concentrate on butter. So I'm not even going to go milk. I know sheep is going, oh, you need to put a little bit of milk in there, maybe, but no, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. I'm going to resist it. And I want it, I know how he wants me to do it, so. Okay, so this is roughly how I do it at work. But we put a bit of cream in there. But like I said, I'm doing this. Look at the size of it, right? I've got a mixing bowl that's literally like that, like this. It's massive. It goes up to way past you can see. So. I just get the proportions wrong when I do it at home. That's why it comes out like potato puree. And actually, it's not glue or glue. It is like, I'm not going to go there because me and obviously Sheep Unit are we're never going to agree on my amazing Michelin puree mashed potato. He calls it gloop and glue. I call it Michelin star ability. So there's always going to be a different opinion. I'm not putting any Dijon mustard into this. I'm not putting any black pepper or anything like that. I want to keep the colour it is. We don't add any pepper into the mash at work. We just put in salt, butter and cream, and that is it. And it keeps it that colour, that nice golden. I think that's fine. Right, I'm going to keep that there just in case I need it. I need a wooden spoon. Right, okay. I haven't got a handle on this, and shit. So there we go. There we are, right, at mash sheet unit, not puree. Right, mash. Alright, so I've finally created some mash for sheep unit that he's gonna at least respect. He doesn't have to like it, but he's gonna at least say, oh, it's not puree. It's nice and butter or margarine-y. Fuck it, who cares? But it has. Let me have a little taste because I need to see if it's seasoned enough. Do with a little bit more salt, I reckon. Be a little bit more. So it's very, yeah, it's very velvety, but in a mash way, not whizzed up. I mean, I can understand what he's saying about the whiz up, but the way I looked at it, I was just looking at it like a mixing bowl at work, but I suppose the mixing bowl at work doesn't actually blitz it, and I suppose, because he was going on about like the starch content, and the more you aggravate the fibres of starch or whatever, it goes like more sticky, which, yeah, I suppose that makes sense, so. Lovely. So there we go, some nice mash sheet in here. So is that alright? Okay. But that'll be fine, so we'll leave that over there. Okay, now we're just literally looking at the gravy now, so we're just waiting on the gravy. I need to taste the gravy, to be honest with you, so at the moment. Fucking hell, Jesus Christ. Right, okay, so what I'm going to do, right, that has got so much flavour to it, I don't even need to, I'll put a little bit of black pepper in it. Right, a little bit of black pepper. Let's give it a whiz round, give it another taste. Nice, okay, that's lovely. Right, so we're going to put I don't want to go too mental because I know this is over here and you can't really see it. All it is just foaming chicken stock and that's it really. So I mean, it's not much to look at really, if I'm honest. Okay, right. So I need to thicken it up. Obviously, it's really loose, but for a little depth of flavour, I'm going to go for a bit of Bovril. Right, this is like, you know, if you think like the Knorr stock cubes and shit are like really strong or really good, this is like 50 times more concentrated. It's mental. Bovril is, you don't need a lot either. I'm going to put in about that much, not a lot. It's like really strong stuff. Shit, and the spoon's just gone in there. Bollocks. It's fine, all that. I'm digging out my own spoon, that's going to be hot as shit. There you go. Let's just scrape that off. Okay. Let's give that a whiz around. My arm's in the way, I know. Need that little taste. Wow, that's nice. That is nice. I'll tell you what I could do. I could put a little bit of just thinking I could put some mustard in it. No, I'm not going to do that. Right, I'm going to whack in some Bisto granules, right? So as I do this, I need to whisk it. I know people are saying, oh, why don't you do it here? Because like this, the platform's ready, innit? I can't be asked to fucking fanny around. So I'm literally just going to use Bisto granules just to thicken it up. Right, so I'm doing that with the wrong. I've got to do everything with the left hand because it's fucking annoying. Oh, that is really tricky to do, actually. Well, you haven't actually got to watch me whiz up fucking gravy, do you know what I mean? It's a bit mental. So, right. Okay. Right, yeah, so that's the situation. Now, I'm still going on about, obviously, oh, fuck's sake. Right, okay, so we're still going on, obviously, about the challenge. So, I'm watching, obviously, the chicken noodle dish, and Mrs. Tracy's talking about like the fish cake she's going to do. So she doesn't like doing fish or anything like that. So this is going to be quite interesting for her, actually, to be honest. I might have to put a bit of cornflour actually to this, really, because I think we might have to try and I'm going to have to try and thicken this up a little bit. So I'm going to whack in a bit of cornflour. It's a bit difficult to put cornflour. So, right. So I'm just going to create a slurry. Right, hopefully that will solve it. So, but we don't know yet. So, yeah, so she's going on about, like, she don't like doing, like, fish and things like that. So this is going to be a bit of a more of a challenge to her. There we go, it is actually starting to thicken up now. Right. So it's a bit more of a challenge to her to do this. But she was going on about, you know, oh, bloody hell, like, oh, I'm just going to do, like, my crab cakes and stuff. Right, if you're going to do that, Mrs. Tracy, then you are going to lose, right? And she goes, oh, I just might make them a bit better. Right, this is a challenge towards the sergeant, yeah? This is a challenge towards the actual, you know, the actual placeholder, yeah? The actual person, yeah? That brought everyone together, yeah? All because I was being a bit autistic one night. And I was just, like, leaving loads of comments on all your channels, yeah? I am the overseer, alright? I know we've given Tracy an actual title as Mrs. T, the overseer, but I am the overseer. Yeah, I am the one that hires and fires. Right? So that is obviously a situation. So she was going, oh, you know, I'm gonna whack this on a nice white plate, actually. And she was going, oh yeah, I'll just do like my crab cakes like I did last time and just make them a bit better. Well, I mean, I'll be thinking twice. I'll be doing something like really, really good. Do you know what I mean? Otherwise, it could all like go to Pete on. So that's all I'm saying. So, and I wouldn't just serve it up with sweet and sour. I mean, I'm giving secrets away. You know, she's sitting there going, fucking hell. Like, what's he gonna do? Is it gonna be amazing? Probably. Okay. Right, it's nice. I'm gonna put in a little bit. I'm gonna put the rest of the bisto in. Fuck it. It's got such a lovely it's got such a really nice flavour. So it's really like not overly strong. I mean, it'd be nice if I had some onion powder, but I haven't got it, so there's not really a lot I can do. Alright, okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go for the plate up. So I'm going to do it like basically a bit cheap. A lot of people are going to want me to do it with, the only thing I'll do first is we're going to lay down the mash. So we're going to see, I want to see how we're going to have mash here. I mean, we could go mash in the centre and just whack the sausages on and but I don't really like doing that, so, right, okay. See what we're going to do. Right, first of all, we all put too much stuff on, so I'm going to go mash down this side and then the onions gravy here. So that's how I'm going to do it. Right, it's nice and yellow, this mash. It's got a lot of butter that's not butter in it, so that's good. Right, so I'm just going to smooth out there. I can do that because it's very like manipulable. Look, I'm keeping that on our heat because I know what you're going to say. I'm going to pour this gravy over, and you're going to go, oh, that's not thick enough. Oh, that could be better. Right, I'm going to put the bits in there. Right, there we go. I'm going to turn it down to about a 2 now, just to give it a break. Okay, so. The sausages, I'm just going to chuck them on top. Or is that going to be like... Oh, fuck it, we'll just put them on top. 1, 2. Right, yeah, so that's the situation. So we've gone over Mrs. Tracy's chicken noodles. We've gone over the rules with sheep unit and that sort of situation, right? I'm just going to do that, right, okay. I need to give this a nice whisk round. Alright, I'm going to pour the gravy on first and then I'm going to put the onions on the gravy. So I'm going to do it from here. Alright, Right, okay, I don't want to really I just don't want to plaster it all over the sausages, right? It's not my style, yeah? So that can come off completely. Okay, and then we're going to whack the onions on. I'm just going to put them in the gravy themselves. Right, all the juices, everything, and that'll get mixed up in the gravy. And just go round that. Get it all out. There you go. Nice. That's it. So I'm just going to just make it look a little bit more presentable if I can. Okay. It'd be nice if we could get a bit of gravy coming over that edge, really, to cover that bit up. Okay, nice. Right, okay, there we go. Right, that's it done. So, yeah, so I just wanted to do that because I just find it a lot easier to speak to people rather than, I know like Mrs. Tracy, everyone else does like long messages to me and that. I know Pelosi and Ron can't do a video and actually speak to us sort of like in person, so to speak. But Tracy, Sheep Unit and Dennis can, if and when and if he ever comes back, which I hope he does, because we do miss him. I do miss him. I do miss like being able to talk to the old fucker, do you know what I mean? So I know he's going through like traumatic times and stuff, but at the end of the day, I'm still here for him. I know he's like blanked us and all that stuff. I'm gonna whack on. I think that looks alright. I know the sausages are only cheap, they're nothing special. I was only joking, they are just like co-op shit fucking sausages. But I just didn't have a lot of money, so I thought fuck it. We'll do a sausage and mash and just show to Sheep Unit we can do actual just mash. I know what he's going on about, so but I want to be able to, I'm going to put the mustard on there. So, okay, so I'm going to soak with mustard near the sausages so you can just dip into it without actually touching the mash itself and getting it over the side of the a nice helping of mustard. Flicked it in the gravy there. That is a bit of a. I've just flicked it on myself. I've actually just got a little bit land on the tip of my nose, which is a bit mad. There we go. There, a bit of mustard. Right. No, that's right, I just licked the knife with mustard on it. English mustard, not fanny mustard, like French or Dijon. English mustard, mate. This is the channel for England, do you know what I mean? Right, so, there we go. I mean, love it or loathe it. Yeah, love it or loathe it. Yeah, I think that's alright. Just cheap sausages. Half decent mash that even Sheep Unit would. He's got to be proud of that. I mean, he can't not be, right? I know he's itching to get to his yellow fucking gloves, right? Right, but he can't not be not proud of that. Right, and there we go. So we've got them ready now. Okay, we've got the absolutely beautiful. I'm just going to sprinkle over some sea salt. All right. So I'm going to go for a little bit over the mash, over the sausage and mash. All right, that's it. I'm not going to pepper it or anything like that. And there we go. Look at that. There we go. Absolutely amazing. There we go. What do you think of that? What do you think of that, folks? Do you know what I mean? He's Sheep Unit got me saying folks now. Yeah. So like I said, little reminder. The challenge is between me and Tracy only, and I would step up your game, Mrs. Tracy, than just fish cakes, mate. if you want to win it, yeah, okay. I mean, it all depends. At the end of the day, it's a democracy, isn't it? I mean, if I could do something fucking amazing and Pelosi and Sheep getting it wrong, and whoever wants to chip in and vote their way in, could say no, it's bollocks. And no, Mrs. Tracy does a fucking, I don't know, fucking a rubbish fish cake, or even just buys one, chucks it in and whacks it in the bun with no butter, and they all go, yeah, love it, and she wins. So, you know, it's. You remember watching like the what was it, the F Word, wasn't it, with Mr. Ramsey, when he didn't go mental and obviously wearing a nappy and got caught dribbling round less to swear. Every time he done something, he'd always fucking lose, wouldn't he? And he said shit would be amazing, but they all said no, bollocks. So it might be something like that. Okay. So I'm gonna do it here for a close up. Okay, we're gonna leave it there, obviously, because we've got the hang on, I've got the Michael Jackson. Ooh, can't up, yeah. Doing the moonwalk, yeah, doing the moonwalk. Chippy is doing the moonwalk in his yellow gloves up north, where the weather's a bit rubbish. I'm doing a moonwalk down here in the south, where everyone's got loads of money, no one's suffering at all, and the weather's just a bit better. There we go. Right, okay, so that's that. I think that's alright. I mean, I'd be happy with that. I'd be bang on with that. I think that's quality. Right, anyway, hold on to your bum cheeks, and I'll see you lovely peasants in a fucking minute. Right, okie dokie. So you can see, yeah, you can see that shine, can't you? So if we get everyone wants me to get a little spoon, don't they, and go, oh, come on. Right, that spoon's not brilliant. Right, okay, fine. Right, so you can see it's got a skin on it, it's thick to an extent. But that'd be more like the chicken stock, really. So yes, there we go. Let's have a little zoom around it. Yeah, I mean, I know, right, that's the butter in the mashed sheep unit. I mean, look, I boiled it and I mashed it, so don't fucking start. It has got a bit of a waxy look to it, alright? But that's because I just obviously put in quite a bit of butter. But it's not puree, it is actually mashed, so... Right, there's the onions. Alright, I know everyone liked the onions last time. So, look at that gravy though, look at the sheen coming off it. It's like fucking Mount Onion bursting into the sea of the fucking brown tigress of doom. Do you know what I mean? Look at it. Oh, it's mental. I mean, the sausages aren't like the best, but fuck it, who cares? I mean, you know, you've been working hard all day. That one looks like it's got a bit of a Jap's eye on it, I said, oh. You've been working hard all day, and you've come home. I know Mrs. Tracy laughs at that. And you got served that. I mean, you'd be well happy, wouldn't you? I would be happy with that chicken chow mein creation that Mrs. Tracy did, but I just thought, no, she needs to be told, and just pointing through a couple of little things that she did wrong, and I'm sure she's going to appreciate. She's not going to be like, she's not like a knobhead or anything like that. She's very, Mrs. Tracy's very reasonable. We don't really, if we do criticise Tracy, we don't have them go off in a huff and unsubscribe, and then, you know what I mean, and then start chucking your yellow gloves around the fucking kitchen and having a moment. So there we go. I'm just saying. Right, anyway, you lovely fucking bastards. Right, I've got to get a decent picture for this, and I'll see all of you fuckers in the next one. Right. So, next one is not going to be obviously the weekend. I am absolutely skint. I've got £1.65 left. I'm very low on fags. My mate is bringing me around some fags tomorrow. Luckily, I've got no special doob. I've got no money for beer or anything, so nothing's going to be happening until I get paid on Tuesday. But even then, the challenge is for the 4th on Saturday. That's Mrs. Tracy, and then the fish cake challenge, and then the following Saturday is Mr. Sheep Unit with the fish finger burger challenge. So there we are. Anyway, love you all, and I'll see you on the next one. Take care, stay safe, don't get, you know what I mean, and yeah, be good. Love you all.